Isla's story, a collaboration between Centrobed and DIY SOS. Isla is an 8-year-old girl who lives with a very rare genetic condition called mandibuloacral dysplasia. With the help of DIY SOS, Centrobed were able to gift Isla a Bali bed. With her new bed, Isla is able to access her bed independently and is less reliant on her mum. The supportive mattress and adjustable angles means improved comfort, breathing, pressure relief, and most of all, a better night's sleep for Isla and her mum. This is her story.
Isla's got a rare genetic condition called mandibuloacral dysplasia. It affects bone growth, muscle mass, and premature aging of major organs. The thing that we notice the most day to day is her mobility and just how fragile she is. So it would be a case of very hands-on. I'd have to lift her up to actually put her into my bed. So then she's kind of confined to her bed space. Like a feed pump would be in between our pillars. A heart monitor would be resting on the bottom of my bed. If we were struggling during the night, I'd have the neb kind of wrapped over me so I could give it to her. The night times, on a bad occasion, I could be up a lot through the night. And with that all being around her, having to move things, it could disturb her, wake her up. So she'd be waking up in the morning tired. Obviously, a parent with broken sleep is not always the best one during the day because they're tired. So it just felt like bedtime was chaotic. It was never somewhere where we just went to relax and sleep. DIY SOS were able to provide a few things that helped with my health, so my back, and the bed was a massive one. By having now this bed, she hardly ever has to be disturbed now if I have to do any care. It was something that I struggled, and being able to lift that up so that I'm not bent over, saving my back when I'm having to give her medical care, and she's in the comfort and the settings that she wants. I'd say that is the biggest thing, is her comfort and me being able to provide care comfortably. And obviously, because then she's finding comfort, she's not necessarily moving as much and causing irritation to those points on her body. It helps with her skin breakdown. Another thing, if she's poorly, she can be quite thick with secretions, struggling to breathe. Risk of us going to hospital, we'd spent many times, over the winter months where it'd just get too bad and we'd have to go in. Being able to manage that at home is something that I've always wanted to do, because it's something that I can do and we can do as a family. And I do just genuinely feel like just that change in the angle that she sleeps has made a massive difference in her being able to shift it. And it's not just sitting and settling where it then causes issues. It's relieving that strain of her breathing. We've managed to not have much medical intervention because it's sat on her chest and I can't shift it, and physio having to come out, we're having to have medication. We're able to manage that ourselves. I think it's beneficial to everyone all round when a family can manage that themselves at home. We might need some antibiotics, but we're managing it. Rather than having to have somebody come out, take up time of resources for other families who may need it a little bit more than just supporting a chest infection. It's not always just a cost to the family, it's a cost to the services that have to provide that care and that time that they have to spend to see all different children with maybe the similar thing. So I think it's beneficial to everyone all round when a family can manage that themselves. It's made a massive change to her nighttime routine, just from getting into bed, her sleeping, and getting out of it. Go, right, come on then, let's get into bed. And she can get into bed. If she feels like she needs to be sat up more, adjust her bed, she can do that herself. She now can get out comfortably without shouting me. She's able to take some ownership and management of herself, her own body. Because before she probably didn't realise what a difference that made, and now she does. I'd say this year I have had a lot more sleep. It's changed so much in the year that we've had it, providing that bed for your child, but actually the medical device that sometimes we need as carers, parents. It's completely changed how I'm able to provide care. The functionality side of it, and also the way it looks, the way it fits within a bedroom. It doesn't look like a hospital bed, but it does all the functionality of a hospital bed. It's a perfect size for her. It drops right to the floor so she's able to access it, get in and out, which is exactly what she needed. I just want to thank you all I want to thank you all for providing my daughter and me with something that feels so basic, but has made such a difference. It really has. Sleep is important, and we're both managing to get it.